Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Adam from Spirited Systems, and today we're going to talk about the MOLLE Expander Wing. So we developed this expander wing to work in conjunction with our plate carriers and our chest rigs, but it really is at home on the plate carrier. It can be used on a chest rig, but if you put too much weight out on this wing, it will start to have a little bit of a sag, and there's no way to really compensate for that. On our expander wing, you can, run your straps on your chest rig through it to kind of stabilize it. So just, if you're planning on getting one of these, just know that it doesn't have those cutaways because there's no pouch there. We developed this because we got a lot of requests, and we still get a lot of requests for guys to be able to mount non-standard things to the side of their plate carrier in the same position as the expander wing, but maybe the expander wing is not the right choice. But you can see it has 9 eyelets. Is probably the most striking part of the product, and those serve 2 purposes. They help mount that hard Tegris substrate on the backside, but they also allow you to mount things to it using shock cord, zip ties, 550 cord, whatever you can. You can kind of loop them through, and I'll show you an example of that as well. But some other features on here are similar to the expander wing, so if you're familiar with that, you're already going to be familiar with this. We have the pass-throughs for Placard buckles. So when you mount this to your kit, you essentially put your Placard buckle through here, and then you Velcro it on. So this is gonna, kind of just help keep the whole system stable. It's gonna prevent it from ever getting ripped off or from sagging really on your plate carrier. We do have the tubes mounting surface on it. So you can see on the backside here, there's these 2 webbing loops, and we use those to mount a tube onto the wing. This enables you to use your tube cummerbund or a Velcro cummerbund, but it also allows you to mount this to other platforms or other plate carriers that don't use tubes. So if you have a plate carrier that is not an LV119 and is not a First Spear product, so you can't mount a tube to it currently, if it has a Velcro cummerbund and you can use a mounting platform like this, you could actually take this, put that flap down, and then mount our tubes cummerbund. Now you have, a tubes compatible vest. So that's kind of a cool feature of both of our wings, but this one has it as well. I also like that because you can adjust your cummerbund size still, even though you still have that quick disconnect. So you can take this and, say it's warmer months and you're just wearing a t-shirt, you can pull these in, a little bit, and now you have a tighter cummerbund. And if it's the winter, you can obviously let them out and you have a little bit, more of a loose cummerbund for extra layers and stuff like that. So there's a big advantage to having the tubes mounted there. The expander wing and the MOLLE Expander Wing are both ambi products. So they work on both sides of the body. You can see I just flipped it over, it looks identical. So they come in a set, one, it's just one wing, or if you want to, you just need to purchase 2, and then you can have one on either side of the product. So I have an example here set up just to give you an idea of the art of the possible. So mine has a knife on one side, and you can see that I just took all the mounting hardware off of this knife. It had a belt clip on it. I just took that off and I routed shock cord through the eyelets, and I just tied knots and then burnt the edges. So now this knife is mounted to that surface and it's not going to go anywhere. And then on the back side, I have a MOLLE pouch, just MOLLE'd on like you normally would. Nothing non-standard about that. And I have a little radio in there, which I like wearing close to my body. So it's nice and tucked away. And it also frees me up. If I am wearing a cummerbund, I now have real estate on the outside that I can use for critical items, like things that I need to get to immediately, magazines or flashbangs, things like that. So it would essentially look like this, and it would be, on the side of my body here. So yeah, that's a basic way of setting it up, but really we've left it up to you to be able to mount whatever you want. So very versatile product. It's a very simple product, but it can really change the way that you mount things to your kit. So that's it, guys. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time.